She dressed up for a first date. He prepped a kill room. This 19-year-old never had a chance because Maxwell Anderson allegedly planned to murder and dismember her weeks before they ever met. What happened to Sade Robinson? Thanks for joining us today. I'm Chris. Let's recap. This is the last time anyone sees Sade Robinson alive, walking out of her Milwaukee apartment, heading off for what she thinks is just a first date. The next time her family sees those jeans, it's not on Sade, it's in a courtroom a year later. Evidence in her murder trial. She's headed to meet this man, 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson, a local bartender, and her date for the night. 3 nights before the date, this is Sade walking into Victor's bar. It's late, almost 11:30. She's alone, but she knows people here. Victor's is closed now, but it used to be a local favorite. Maxwell Anderson worked the bar. That's where they meet for the first time. She walks in alone, but she leaves with her future killer. That's Maxwell Anderson by her side. To anyone watching, it looks totally normal, casual, friendly. They swap numbers around 1:30 in the morning. An hour later, Sade texts him, "Hey love, I left my comb there," meaning at the bar. He says, "Of course, I'll bring it on Sunday." But Sunday comes and goes, they don't meet up. Instead, their first date is on Monday, April 1st, 2024. Between 4:15 and 5:18 that afternoon, they're texting, making plans for the night. Maxwell finally sends, "Are you hungry? I need to stop at Twisted Fisherman to pick up my W-2. We could eat there first." Sade replies, "Okay, and yes. Are we eating at the Brat House or the other place?" He says, "Let's eat at Twisted. I'm feeling seafood." She answers, "Yes, I love seafood." Maxwell gets there first, picks up his W-2, then tells the bartender he's sticking around to meet a girl. First date. That girl is Sade. She shows up a little later, alone. They grab seats at the bar, order food, drinks, sit and talk for about an hour. Sade only has one drink, maybe a couple of shots. Everything looks totally normal, friendly, chill. No red flags, no warning signs.
Thank you so much. Bye. Good on, guys. You too.
Then, just after 6:25, they leave together. They hop in her black Honda Civic and head to a nearby sports bar, Duke's. At 6:30, Sade sends a Snapchat from inside. Everything's fine. They have a few more drinks, play some beer pong. It's a normal night out, or so it seems. A little after 9, they leave, head back to her car. He puts his arm around her, but she's steady. She's still in control. Later at his trial, the medical examiner testifies no alcohol was found in her system. No drugs, just caffeine. She wasn't drunk. She wasn't drugged. Whatever happened next, she faced it, fully aware. Thanks to a location sharing app on her phone, police know exactly where they go next. Maxwell's place. They get there at 9:24 p.m. He lives on the top floor of this duplex. His dad owns it. Maxwell manages it, or used to. The family sold the house about a month after that night. This is where things get murky. What exactly happened to 19-year-old Sade Robinson inside that house? No one knows for sure, but one thing's clear. She never makes it out alive. Downstairs, the tenant notices something strange. Silence. And that's not normal. Maxwell is usually loud, always up late, always using power tools for his woodworking projects. But that night, it's quiet. Too quiet. At some point, Netflix gets turned on. The show he picks? Love, Death, and Robots. And in the season 2 finale, a corpse is dismembered on the beach. It's a chilling choice considering what's coming next because around 10 p.m., deleted photos on his phone tell a news story. He takes 5 pictures and what they show, police say, is horrifying.
Way too graphic to show on television, but were shown to the jury Thursday. One depicting a person's bare backside with underwear and jeans pulled down.
Why was this of note to you? Because Sade was wearing light-colored pants along with a light-color underwear that was recovered.
Then they saw this one, a black woman with a cream-colored sweater like the one Robinson was wearing that night, laying face down on a couch like the one in Anderson's living room. The image shows a hand grabbing her exposed breast.
Which breast is exposed? Left or right?
Believe the right.
That breast would later be cut off her body. It's never been found. Starting around 11:30 that night, a neighbor's security camera picks up movement, someone going in and out of Maxwell's house. Then, just before 1 a.m., Sade's black Honda Civic and her phone leave the driveway. They start moving through Milwaukee County. By 3 a.m., they reach a park overlooking Lake Michigan. Surveillance cameras catch the car ramming through a locked gate near the pump house. Prosecutors say this is where it happens, where Maxwell methodically dismembers her body. Just before 5:30 p.m. that day, someone makes a gruesome discovery. A leg spotted partway down a 100-foot bluff near the shoreline, not far from the pump house. It's been sawed off just below the hip. The toes still have pink nail polish. There's not much blood. The cut is clean. The medical examiner says that means Sade was already dead when it happened. A small mercy, but a brutal reality. Friends and even an ex say Maxwell used to call this his secret beach, tucked away, hard to find, and for good reason. Not many people go there. Before anyone finds Sade's leg at the bluff, her car is already up in flames. At 7:30 that morning, nearly 10 hours before that gruesome discovery, Milwaukee firefighters respond to a burning vehicle on the city's north side. A witness sees a man set it on fire, then walk away. It's Sade's black Honda Civic. In the trunk, they find her jeans, inside out, the white shirt she wore on the date, and what's left of her phone. Her killer is covering his tracks. After setting her car on fire, Maxwell hops on a city bus, caught on surveillance, blending in with the morning commuters. They find the hoodie he's wearing dumped in a trash can, but the backpack? Gone. And whatever was inside, never recovered. He's back home by 8:45 a.m., showers, changes clothes, wipes the slate clean. Then, at 11:12 a.m., he clocks in at Dugout 54, like it's just another shift behind the bar. But not before one last move. A text to Sade's phone at 10:36. Morning, he says. How is work going? He knows she'll never answer. Maxwell Anderson had a record. Battery, domestic abuse, the kind of guy who gave women the creeps. Still, no one saw this coming. He used to be a high school football star, did a short stint in the Navy after graduation, but didn't last long. Discharged early. Why? That part's unclear. After that, he was handed a job working for his dad's insurance companies. His dad's now living large in $1 million Florida condo, after handing Maxwell the duplex to manage back in Milwaukee. Maxwell also bartended on the side, and that's where he met women. That's where he met Sade. She worked at a popular pizza place, getting ready to graduate with a degree in criminal justice. She was thinking about the military. Everyone loved her. She was dependable. She showed up. So when she didn't come in that day and didn't answer her phone, her coworkers didn't wait. They reported her missing within hours. And when police start putting the puzzle together, the leg on the bluff, the burned out car with her purse and ID still inside, they pull her phone records. The last number she ever messaged belongs to Maxwell Anderson. They caught him on the afternoon of April 4th, 2024, in his car, just blocks from his house. He doesn't run. He doesn't fight. Once he's in custody, investigators search the home, expecting a horror scene, but what they find is strange. In the kitchen sink, a knife. On the living room wall, an axe. And in the basement, women's clothing, hidden deep inside the support beams and foundation blocks. But not Sade's, someone else's. They test the knives and other weapons. No blood. There's some blood on the wall leading down to the basement, but it turns out to be Maxwell's and animal blood. He kept his dog's kennels down there. To this day, no one knows what he used to kill Sade or what he used to take her apart. No blood, no weapon, no crime scene. Just a girl who never came home and a house that kept all his secrets. According to an informant, Maxwell Anderson had this planned weeks in advance. On March 5th, nearly a month before the murder, he takes a friend into his basement and shows him the setup. One room had a card table and a TV. The other, covered in plastic, floor to ceiling. Painter's tarp taped to the walls, wrapped around the floor. A sanitation sink. 3 saws in plain sight. That's where he told the friend he planned to shoot a girl and cut them apart, then scatter the body all over the city. But when police search that same basement later, they find no proof that's where it happened. They pull plumbing from the sink, test stains on the couch cushions, collect debris from the sewer line under the concrete slab. Nothing. No blood, no trace of Sade. Even the downstairs tenant says the only strange thing he heard happened a night or two after the murder. Maxwell dragging something heavy down the stairs. He doesn't know what. At the time, he thought it was a suitcase or something. Thought he was planning a trip. Other than that, he never saw or heard anything sinister. No gunshot, never saw a gruesome mess, just a foul stench from the dog feces. He said he avoided the basement entirely because of that. That's why detectives think Maxwell killed her quietly in the house, possibly strangled her, then took her to the park to finish what he started. But the truth, only one person knows, and he's not saying a word. On April 6th, they found her foot, and not far from it was something even harder for the family to see. Sade's blanket, the one she kept in her car. Her picture was printed right on it. Her family had been out searching, and they're the ones who found it, left on the ground in a park like trash. Nearby, police recovered more remains, a hip bone, other body parts. She was scattered. A security camera catches him walking in the area wearing the same hoodie, carrying the same backpack. On April 12th, police charged Maxwell Anderson with murder and mutilation. He lawyered up fast. About a week later, search teams found her torso and left arm, dumped along a beach in South Milwaukee. A month after that, her other arm washes up in Illinois, but her head has never been found. And without it, they can't be sure how she was murdered. On June 6, 2025, the verdict comes in. Guilty on all counts. The jury takes just 30 minutes, and afterward, they all said the same thing. It was the photos on his phone that sealed it. That poor girl never stood a chance. Maxwell Anderson is looking at life behind bars, but with no murder weapon, no blood, and women's clothing hidden in his basement that didn't belong to Sade, you have to wonder, was this really the first time? Thanks for letting us catch you up on this story. If you like getting all the crime in half the time, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Chris. Amy and I are here 3 times a week with new recaps. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe.